Hi everyone, it's Ram, and today I'm going to show you the new MacBook Pro 13-inch. Now, this was rumored to come, but people thought it would be a 14-inch, so we're kind of pretty confused. I haven't really seen any videos about this. I literally just read about it in a CNN article, so let's look at this. So it's starting at $12.99, so $1,300. But then if you are in college, you can get it for $1,200. But you don't even need to show that you're in college. You can just say that you're a student, and then you can just get it for $100 off. So, Power Moves, starting at $12.99. And I heard that this one fixes the keyboard. So it can have a 10th generation Intel processor and 32 gigabytes of RAM up to. Then a Retina display, True Tone. Then it has a new Magic Keyboard, as I just said. And it has a new touch bar with the escape key. In the old touch bar, in the old MacBook Pro 13-inch, you didn't have an escape key, and this one has it. And the Touch ID is now separate. It's not connected to the touch bar. And the new arrows are also there. So I think that I'm not sure that the old keyboard had the arrow layout, a different arrow layout, but the old arrow layout on the MacBook Air at least, this left and right, they actually took up the whole space here instead of just half. And it's portable powerhouse. Obviously, you have to take all this stuff with a grain of salt because it's coming from the Apple website itself. But obviously, it does go up to 32 gigabytes of RAM, and it's pretty good. That's cool. And photography, coding, yeah, that's Xcode. This is nice. Yeah, I mean, it's not really much of a change, but it's faster, obviously. Editing, I think that's Final Cut Pro. Yep, Final Cut Pro 10. And then Audio Logic Pro. Ooh, gaming, wow. I think that's one of the first times I've seen a gaming category for Macs. Like, most people don't game on Macs. I actually do, so I'm part of the majority. Sorry, not majority. I'm part of the minority, and it doesn't run very well on my Mac. So if I got this, that would actually be pretty good. Okay. More power. Wait, didn't I just go here? Oh, what? Huh. It's like the exact same thing here. Okay, so I already said that. So up to 50% faster is 16 gigabytes. Testing. Okay. So where was I just now? Oh, this actually goes pretty far. So this kind of shows how it is. So quad core MacBook Pro is 2.8 times faster than the baseline, I guess. And good graphics. And they're talking about video games, then they're talking about editing, and then they're talking about Affinity Photo. So I guess that's how much faster it is with Intel Iris plus graphics. And the baseline one has Intel Iris plus graphics 655, so I guess this one's better. I have Iris on my computer, but it's an older one, so it's not really that great. Okay, good SSD, obviously, because it's a MacBook Pro. Up to 4 terabytes, that's a lot. Obviously, I mean, I would definitely not need 4 terabytes. On my computer, this one I have only 1 terabyte, and it's an HDD, so it's a hard drive. So it's very slow. I kind of want to replace my hard drive, but it takes time. It's kind of dangerous. Okay. Magic Keyboard. A powerful arrangement. And the keyboard's obviously way better. I've gone to the Apple Store and tried out the 13-inch, I've tried out the MacBook Air, and I also tried out the 16-inch MacBook Pro, and those are way better. Actually, I didn't try out the MacBook Air because that happened after the outbreak, so I really want to try that out though. But the 16-inch MacBook Pro's keyboard is very good. This is the exact same thing, so obviously it's going to be a very good keyboard. So they're talking about the touch bar, and you can use Apple Pay. Very, very big trackpad, but it's the same thing as on the last 13-inch. This is the T2 security chip, so you can basically, I'm not really super sure what T2 does. I mean, I think it kind of helps you out when you're paying for things with Apple Pay, with Touch ID, I think. And also it helps with Siri, so you can use Hey Siri. The display is here. It uses True Tone, so it kind of turns orange when you need it to. Like when it's a little bit darker outside, it can turn orange, so it doesn't hurt your eyes. Pretty good display. Looks like a good one. And then Thunderbolt 3, obviously. And I think it has 4 ports then. Still a headphone jack. Apple's so courageous, but they still haven't taken out the headphone jack on the Macs. So, and also supports 6K. So you can get the Mac Pro monitor, the $6,000 monitor, and then the $1,000 stand. So yeah, nice. Wait, is it 6,000 or 5,000? Well, one or the other. Oh, and then you can use Sidecar, and you can have your iPad Pro as an extra screen. So obviously that's really cool. I wanted to try that out with my Mac, but not my Mac, but actually with my Mac and my iPad. But sadly, it doesn't work because my iPad is, I think, slightly too old. Either it's my iPad or my Mac, but it doesn't work. Okay, and then you can use Apple Pencil because of your iPad. You could do editing, I guess, photo editing on your iPad and use it as a tablet, and it kind of can go to your computer. And Mac plus iPhone all together now. So I guess they sync better. Messages, send and receive on your Mac. That's always there. Then Catalina talks about that, and accessories. So, you would have to be really dumb if you got $1,180 because if you could get that much for your Mac when you're trading it in, just sell it on eBay because you'll get probably $2,000 on eBay. And then they're talking about the college pricing, how it's a little cheaper for if you're a college student. And you'll get 3% cash back if you buy it from the Apple website. So 3% of 1,300, that would be 3 times 13, so that would be $39. So you'd get $39 if you bought this from the Apple website. Not really that great. But I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. You could buy a cover for this, or you could buy some dongles that you're definitely going to need. Okay, so let's look at the tech specs. Actually, no, let's look at buy, because I want to see what you can kind of customize. And if you want to at the end, actually, I'm not doing a live stream, so I kind of have to do it for you guys. So we'll look at the tech specs a little later. Take your subtitle load. Okay, buy MacBook Pro 13-inch. Yep, we're getting there. And usually when you're here, there are 2 config options. So let's see if they have 2 configuration options. I've always kind of thought it's kind of useless. So 3 configuration options. Okay, so these are all 13-inch. You know, I really like the MacBook Pro 13-inch, but I for some reason, I just really like the gold color. And because this doesn't have gold, I'd rather get the MacBook Air than the MacBook Pro. It's a really dumb reason, but I don't even know. That's just what my thinking is. Okay, so it starts at $12.99 if you want to have 8 gigs of RAM, you want to have 645 graphics, you want to have 1.4 gigahertz 8th gen i5. In my opinion, this isn't really the way to go, because this is way too similar to the old MacBook Air. So not MacBook Pro. The only difference is really the keyboard if you wanted to get this. So I'd recommend shelling out an extra couple $100 and buying the 10th generation i5 or i7, because this one it's already 2 years old. So why buy it at a new computer price? And it's $200 extra if you want to get an extra 256 gigs of storage. And then if you want to actually get the new one, basically this is a new one, then you have to shell out an extra $500. So that's kind of expensive. You know, Apple, Tesla, all the companies, they start out expensive, but I mean, okay, that's kind of a dumb point to make, but they start out not super duper expensive, I guess. But then as you add the options, you're like, oh, I need an extra 256 gigabytes of storage. Oh, I need the newer processor. And then it just piles on. Okay, so this computer, I feel like this is a sweet spot. Like, you get a 10th generation i5, you get 16 gigs of RAM, you get 12 gigabytes of SSD storage, 4 Thunderbolt 3. I mean, all of them do. But I feel like this is the sweet spot. But if you really want an i7, then I guess you could shell out an extra $200. And no one really, I mean, I guess if you're an editor, then you might need 32 gigs of storage, but I feel like college students don't need 32 gigs. If you're into light gaming, then 16 gigs is good enough. But I mean, if you're into gaming, then probably don't get a Mac. Okay, so that's how much it is if you want to get an i7. So that's $2,000. That's expensive. Let's add in the student discount. So if you want to buy this as a student, click back, and then there should be a student pop-up that comes up. It says get like $100 off if you're a student. Where is it? There. Hasn't loaded yet. Okay, so now we have a 13-inch and a 16-inch. I'm actually pretty surprised because everyone was saying that the new Mac would be 14-inch. Okay. Okay, for student discount, I think you have to scroll to the bottom then. So, for education, shop for college. And if you want to get the student discount, you have to click that link there for education. And then you get $100 off a Mac. But even then, I would probably wait until June or July because that's when they actually get the good student discount where you get the $100 off. And also, if you are buying a Mac, then you get a free pair of Beats. If you're buying an iPad, you also get a free pair of Beats. So I'd recommend waiting until June or July until when that discount comes out, and then you can buy a computer. Yeah, we're in the education store now. See, so now you can get the MacBook Air for $900 and the MacBook Pro for $1,200. So then when you go to Mac, you will probably get $18.99 for that spec'd out computer. Let's double check because I don't want to mislead anyone. Yeah, that's the color that I really want on a MacBook Pro. I feel like they'll get more sales for the MacBook Pro and less for the MacBook Air if they just put this gold onto here. Like, that color just looks so nice. Okay, so now we're on 16-inch. Oh no, I clicked 16-inch, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh no, I just... Okay, what am I even doing right now? I could just go back and click 13-inch. I'm too slow. Okay. So let's click 13-inch. Let us spec this out. You know, I want to see how much it costs if you... Wait a second. There's a fourth option. Oh, it's basically just if you... I don't understand why they have so many options. They just confuse everyone. I feel like Apple just confuses everyone. They just have one option or just have two things. Show the old one, show like 8th generation, then show 10th generation. And from there, you could upgrade. Okay, 3 to 5 business days. That's pretty good, especially in the situation we're in right now. Okay, so if I get this, okay, so it's an extra 180. So the add-ons are actually cheaper as well. So you're saving more than $100. Okay, so how much would this be? $18.79. So you're saving $120. Considering that it would cost $2,000 if you are actually buying it without the discount. But let's spec this whole thing out. So 32 gigs, that's in the 2000s, and then no one should be doing this. This is an idiotic thing to do, but let's do 4 terabytes. And now we're at 16-inch MacBook Pro territory. Great. And then add the bundle for Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro. I feel like there's an extra one as well, but let's click here. Yeah, you get Final Cut Pro, Motion 5, Compressor 4, Logic Pro 10, and Main Stage 3. That's a pretty good deal if you want to get all that stuff. So if you really want that stuff and you're a student, then I recommend you get that. But if you don't want to spend like so much money on editing softwares, then I recommend getting DaVinci Resolve 16 because that's really good and it's free. So that's my recommendation. Let's try tech specs now. Let's see how powerful this is compared to other computers. I feel like I'm just making this video longer than it should be, but we can see exactly how powerful it is. Okay, so $12.99 versus $14.99 versus $17.99 versus $19.99. I guess those are like the 4 variants. Then you get silver or space gray. Obviously get space gray, that's way better. I mean, but do whatever you want. And then these are the resolutions, processors, the storage options, the memory, the graphics. This is the better one. Then all of these are the exact same. Then the trackpad's the same as well. Wait, let me double check to see if these are the same or not. Oh, no, they aren't. So if you buy this one, I think there are only 2 ports. But if you buy the upgraded ones, there are 4 ports. Okay, so you might want to look at that and see how many ports you're actually getting. Obviously, 4 ports is way better. Yeah. They should make this better. 720p isn't good enough. I don't know why they aren't doing that, because that just makes people have to spend $100 to get a webcam from Logitech. Just like make it 1080p. Okay, and then the audio is the exact same. The battery's different? Ooh. Why is this one 58.2 and this is 58? So there's a 0.2 difference between these two. Don't know why that's even there, but okay. And then all the apps are the same, obviously. Okay, great. Okay, so that's the new MacBook Pro 13-inch that was announced either today or yesterday. Today is May 4th. It could have been announced May 3rd, but I think it was announced today because the CNN article was 8 hours ago, and 8 hours ago is still today. So, I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it enjoyable. And thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!